Hi, everyone. It's Dr. T here, and I just wanted to wish you all a happy Easter. I've been really having a great day spending time with my husband because we're unable to go out and be with our family. But we've been receiving all of these incredible photos of the kids, and it's just an amazing thing to be aware of how much abundance that we have in our life. And, when I woke up this morning, it was just an incredible feeling that I recognize not everybody feels every day. And I wanted to speak to this, which is that, it's an incredible feeling of feeling such peace and profound connection and joy and, really connecting to the meaning also of this day and what this means to so many people for the Easter celebration and the resurrection and everything that goes with that story. And it really connected to me how what it is to really rise from the ashes and to really live out our purpose. And I just wanted to share with all of you, how incredible it is to be able to live my purpose every day. And I realized that that's one of the biggest forms of suffering that exists is that people are struggling not only with, some basic things in life, but they struggle to know what their purpose is. And they spend a lot of time, and some people spend their whole life in emotional reactivity and just surviving and struggling. And I know what that's like. I have been there where my emotions have gotten in the way of my destiny. And through my commitment to growing past all of my emotional reactivity and harnessing my gift of emotional sensitivity and knowing that that emotional sensitivity, in fact, is my purpose and it is the very thing that I have been meant to understand. I have been meant to utilize it. And it's the very thing that has deeply connected to me in the knowledge that I have a profound purpose to live in this life. And I've always known that that's the way it is for everyone. And that doing anything else is what makes things full of suffering. And it has people off track and it has people in a survival mode and a survival storyline in their life. And, whatever it's been in my gift of my emotional sensitivity, I wanted to share with you all that, there's a life of freedom available that nothing, that following somebody else's prescription just can never bring you. And that includes following somebody's prescription for what people are telling you, like you should be doing, and the way that people need to be. And this is how to be an acceptable person. And following other people's prescription for you uh, isn't necessarily your solution. So there's also this concept of following other people's prescription in the way that I see it, which is that what's happening for so many human beings is that we're following other people's emotional prescription, which they didn't even know they were giving us. And so throughout the generations, people's emotional reactions and all of their emotional issues, along with all of their awesomeness and productivity and all of that and all of their gifts, get transferred forward, right? We each absorb them from our role models, and we absorb the things that our role models are telling us, and we absorb the things that they're not telling us, and we absorb the things that they're experiencing, and we absorb all of their reactions and all of their intentions. And I can tell you that the things that work really well and are the most productive for all of us are all of those things that we've absorbed from our role models that keep us going forth in the direction of our intentions and the things that we want to create and the things that are and the things that we want to contribute. And at the same time, the role modeling that we all have had from our role models and everyone around us that is just a absolute multi-generational set of patterns, set of reactive patterns. All of the reactivity that we have absorbed is the very thing that keeps us from living our full potential. And back in the early 2000s, I had an awakening through some very, very challenging experiences with my emotions, where I was just repeating reactivity and feeling like, what's going on? I'm working hard and I'm still experiencing the same exact struggles. I was experiencing the same types of success and the same types of struggles. And I knew that, I think I heard somebody at once say, you're the common denominator, or I heard them say it about someone else, like he's the common denominator to all of this. And it was a real moment of clarity for me, where I thought, okay, got it. So this is the equation about me, and therefore that means it's my job to shift it. And so I set on a path to shift all of my emotional difficulties and to utilize them all to create a life of purpose and meaning that would be the opposite of having a job. And it would be something that I never needed to escape from, something that no one could ever take from me, and something that just gave me a roadmap that was unquestionable. And it wasn't about just taking in people's input. It was about connecting deeply to the input that was coming from my own inner navigation system, my internal navigation system, as I refer to it. And for me, that feels like I am connected to a higher authority that is telling me what it is that I need to be doing with my specific purpose in life. And so I get to wake up every single day just following that path and asking myself the question, what is my outcome? What are my intentions? And no matter what reactions are happening around me, no matter what ones ever come up within me, my question is all about, what is my purpose? What are my outcomes? And when I follow that purpose, everything falls into line. And this makes it so that, because I know all of you are worried financially, and I've been there, no matter how much money I've ever had in my life. And yet, when I follow my purpose, I don't live in a state of scarcity and a state of worry about anything. And I don't worry about people being able to take something from me that ultimately is me. And it's ultimately my incredible emotional superpower gift. And it's the contribution that I'm here to make. And this is my destiny. And so I was thinking about how interesting this is, because I know so many of you are struggling with your basic needs. And I really understand that so much. And I really want to be here for you all. And I do all that I can to follow my purpose, to be here to support all of you emotionally, to use your gifts in the service of your purpose, and to follow that path like it is the religion that it is, because that's what it feels like to me. And in doing so, what I have done over and over and over and over, millions of times, I believe at this point, is every time that I am in a reaction and I ask myself, what is my purpose? And the answer is whatever it is in that moment. And I follow that answer. Then I get to rise from reactivity, and I get to live out that purpose. And I get to live in the peace that that purpose brings me. And that's how not only my higher level needs for self-actualization are taken care of, but all of the needs for belonging and community and food and shelter and all of the important basics. And if I had some other equation that I thought I could piece together for everyone, I would do that, especially at a time where people are just must rise up and truly live out their purpose in maybe at a time, maybe this is, I believe, the most important time that this has ever been required of all of us. And if there was some other equation, like put X, Y, and Z together, and I thought it would work, then I would be giving out that equation to support everybody. But what I know is that every single human being is here with a purpose. And even if you're not connected to that purpose every day because you're just struggling to make the basic stuff work, this is why I help people, and I spend so much time working with people on their emotional sensitivity and all the reactivity it brings, because when that is on top of everything, then figuring out what you're meant to be doing can be very, very difficult. So I just want to share with everybody that when you're in a state of reactivity, and especially the hundreds and hundreds of reactions that you don't even realize are reactions, then it can be hard to know the answers to these questions, and it can be hard to navigate, and it can feel like everything's working against you. However, when you ask yourself the question, no matter what reaction is going on, what is my purpose and what is my intention? And if you have to ask that 1,000 times to yourself to get the answer, I promise you that it will come. And when you get that answer, and whatever it tells you, I'm really going to invite everybody to follow what the answer is and move in that direction. And know that when you move in that direction, that you are being taken care of and you are being watched over, because you're here on purpose. You're here with a purpose. And the closer you step forward to that, and the sooner you step forward to that, you're going to rise up, and you are truly going to live out this most important contribution you're here to make. And along the way, I'd love to support you with that. I am here to watch over you as you grow your emotional capacity. And that's what my emotional training company is all about, is having all of you incredible people have a beautiful, wonderful connection to yourself and the power that you have and the power that you possess to bring about the most incredible things for your fellow citizens. And at the same time, I recognize it took me a very long time to learn and to learn about shifting from reactivity into a state of connectivity and to live there as a way of life. And so all of those years that it took me to do that, and all of the things that I needed to figure out, and every single one of them that I have spent my life on, I have made available in my emotional strength training program, so you don't have to keep trying to figure it out yourself. And this is what I call the method. And I would love to invite all of you to today to shift from whatever it is that you might be reacting to rise out of reactivity, to elevate your life, and to elevate your emotional capacity. And so if I can be of service to you, you can just go to our website, which is drtracyinc.com, and you can start with doing an assessment of your emotional sensitivity, where that is at, and what you might need in order to make this journey a whole lot easier and for you to live out your destiny. So thanks for spending time with me today, everyone. Again, I'm wishing you all of the best, and I'm wishing for you to rise in your life and join me in what it feels like to get to wake up every single day in the peace of my purpose, and to know that that will always be the practical path that will take me where I want to go. All right, everyone, take care.